Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dopamine. I'm Susan Scarlett. That guy is Robert Cochran.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So what are you doing here?
I'm here, which is great. Being here with you is the point of what we're doing. And, for people who maybe don't see us on a regular basis, they may say, what is the deal with this 5-minute deal? To me, the bottom line is, we can make each other feel good by the way we talk to and treat each other. And there's actual mechanized ways of doing it. That's not just soft talk. This is where I get to put on my PhD hat for a minute and go, wait. No, the big chemical we're looking for in Parkinson's is dopamine, right? Oxytocin, something everybody's looking for more of, the love chemical, as it were. How we talk to each other, the way we treat each other, and that encompasses emotional, that encompasses, the words we use, that accompanies listening. They have an effect on each other.
And maybe even our listening audience too. If they come in consistently, they would see that the change in the rhythms that you go through, I go through, depending on what's going on in our lives. They might even see, in my case, differences in manifestations, shall I say, of Parkinson's, which is sometimes an issue and shows up, and a lot of times it doesn't. And we have you and your observations and perspective on that history of the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's so important, I think, what you said about the different times, because that also speaks to the nature of what we're doing. We don't pre-plan this. We get up, wherever we are, which tend to be different time zones, and, just kind of, when do you have this? When do you have this? And we figure it out. And yes, we could be in entirely different emotional or physical states based on what's going on, and who knows what we're affected by. And we show up anyway.
Yeah, I never know what you're going to ask me. So, if I am burdened with some, thing Parkinson's related, you probably see it. And I mean, to me, it's a gift to me that you care and ask. But I think for whatever listening audience we have out there, that to see how a care partner can respond to someone who may be in a stressful situation or hurting or something, so I hope our audience is care partners as well as people like me with Parkinson's.
I love what you just said. It made me think immediately that we can be in someone's presence and yet not be present. Right? I think that's very frequent. And yet, I mean, it is our job through this active listening. And by the way, to bring this up as a sidelight, because I put together these videos and I put them up on YouTube. There's not a still frame that doesn't have me with a hand up or how much I use my hands.
But that's not intentional.
It's just apparently
it's the beginning of it, right? You're enthusiastic, Robert.
I can control it when I need to, but I don't feel the need to with you. I'm free to do this.
Love it. Yeah.
That's me. But I love the idea of you being, you bringing up the idea and the value of being heard and being seen for who you are at this moment, right? That's being present within the presence. Sounds simple, but it takes effort.
Yes, on both parts. Me not to fall too far into it, and you to find that safe space where I feel seen and heard and held up and supported, but not pandering, not assuming that I can't do anything, even though sometimes it feels like it and it looks like it. And sometimes I can't talk very well either because of my Parkinson's. This is a moment, each one of these 5-minute little opportunities. And it's really been cool to have guests come and other people come with and just see how that energy and dynamic influences things.
Yeah, the empowerment of being heard, like you said. What could it possibly mean to be acknowledged and say, you're here and I hear you, and you're here and I see you, all of you. And again, it's the lovely John Legend song, all of you, right?
All
parts.
So
Yeah, you're right. That's really what it is. It's a lovely thought, and yet how many times do we actively actually give that to each other? And again, there's the gift, right? The dopamine, the oxytocin are there. It's trust, it's respect, it's honoring of the other person and yourself.
It is indeed on both seeing yourself, you seeing what's going on with me, and I'm acknowledging that. You know, you can feel kind of alone when you have these strange symptoms. And so to have someone just say, you know, how you doing? What's up with you? As you often do, it's wonderful. Lots of people who care about me and love me. But this is a real treat, you know, to get to have somebody who's tuned in that I get to talk to every day for 5 minutes.
Well, I love that. And that was the point of it. And it's developing to become even more than what I thought in that regard. It is the daily dose. You take this like a bit of medicine. You know, that's what we do. We offer each other a quick check-in. This is what we got, and it's meaningful, and it matters. And by the way, that's 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Those of you who are out there, if you would like to join us, please let Robert or me know. I bet you could figure out how to find us.
Yes, and exercise.
So I will now say thank you for joining us for your daily dose of dopamine.